It was the summer of 2023. My team and I took a trip to the Sonoran Desert, hoping to find some of the most elusive and deadly animals the region had to offer. Alongside my friends Spencer, Ben, and Cole, not only did we succeed, but I don't think we could ever replicate how well we did. It was the perfect wildlife film trip for everybody, except for me. Yeah, sure, we did get to see some of the deadliest and rarest species the region had to offer, but something was missing for me. A rattlesnake was missing. You see, whenever I'm out filming wildlife, I have a sort of hit list, and my job isn't done until that hit list is complete. Think about it. If you were out hiking in Arizona and got bit by a rattlesnake that I never bothered to show you, devastating. And so I'm heading back to Arizona, to those same Sky Island cliffsides, to finish what we started. Also, before I forget, make sure to subscribe. I worked on this video for way too long, and I hope y'all enjoy it. What's going on, guys? I'm Zachary Gray, and today we are back in the Sonoran Desert, and we're going to be looking for rattlesnakes. There's a ton of species out here, but in particular, I'm going to be looking for one of my favorite rattlesnake species. It's going to be a tough hunt, but I'm feeling good about it. Let's go. Deep into the deserts of the southwest United States sits the Sky Islands. Tall, isolated, and unlike any of the deserts surrounding them, lush. These unique habitats are where the Arizona black rattlesnake calls home, Crotalus cerberus. Named after Hades' guard to the underworld in Greek mythology, this snake's name and reputation precede itself, as being somewhat of a mythical sighting. It's pretty well heated up for today, and we are at our location, one of the nicest mountain habitats. Now this should be a good place to find our cerberus, so I'm hoping it goes well. Except it didn't go well, and this is the wrong mountain. You see, they don't live on every single Sky Island. As you can probably imagine, it's pretty hard to travel through desert to get to the next mountain over. But while we're here, I figured we'd get on the board with our first rattlesnake. This time, I don't have the original crew with me. Ben, please come home. But today, I'm joined by Eli and Luke, and I figured while we're here, why not try and see one of the more chill rattlesnakes this region has to offer. Here we go, guys. Western blacktail. That's a nice looking snake. Beauty. Those colors are absolutely insane. This is a smaller one. They do get quite a bit bigger than this, but he's very healthy. Now here in the Chiricahua, this is gonna be the Western black-tailed rattlesnake. Out in West Texas, you're gonna get the Eastern blacktail, which has a very light coloration, whereas here, they look a little bit more like their name. Sometimes they'll have black that comes up their tail. Ooh, it's all right, bud. And they've got that black nose, so they've got a lot more black coloration. Now, I consider these guys to be one of the most placid rattlesnake species you can come across. They're very relaxed, and they're very strong too. You notice he holds up his body weight pretty well. They like to get up in the trees at night, and they like to get up on rock ledges. They're a very montane adapt species, but they can also live down in the lowlands. So they're a very successful rattlesnake species across multiple different habitats. Oh, you're going, buddy. Now, just because this is a placid snake doesn't mean he wouldn't try to tag me. And the venom of this species, while not incredibly potent, could still pose a lethal bite to a person. They kind of remind me of a desert timber rattlesnake. Oh, hey, bud. You're climbing up. Hey. Got a little bit of that arboreal vibe, which is very unique for a rattlesnake. You can see these guys way up in the trees. Now, this isn't the black rattlesnake that we're looking for. This is the black-tailed rattlesnake. Ooh, I'm sorry, bud. The Arizona black rattlesnake looks very different to this, and is much more difficult to find. Well, that is an absolutely beautiful rattlesnake. We're gonna go ahead and let him off the road. Keep looking for more, but that is awesome. Western blacktail. You beauty. See you, bud. Not the species we're looking for, but it was a start. The next day, we're off to the lowlands between the Sky Islands to meet up with our friends Rob and Nick. If you don't know who that is, I hope that the rock that you live under also has a milk snake living there too. He'll be able to tell you all about them. Snake after snake after snake. Hey, that's actually a pretty good one. After all of this time, we still hadn't seen what we came back to Arizona to find. Every road, every tree, every rock, every crevice. None of them seemed to have what we were looking for. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. My gut instinct, and a bit of behavioral weather analysis, is telling me that these snakes are going to be hunkered down for the time being. After mulling it over for a bit, I thought back to my last Arizona trip. I didn't have long to search for black rattlesnakes last time, but those few hours that I did, I learned what their habitat looks like. I spent a while thinking about what I would be doing right now if I was one of these snakes in the Sky Islands. Then, it hit me. If I were a black rattlesnake, I'd be exactly where I looked last time I was here. Back then, we weren't in the wrong place, just the wrong time. Not only that, but I realized that I knew the exact places that they would be sitting. One particular rock, one exact crevice came to mind, and I booked it for that rock. Yes, I remember the specific rocks that looked good for each certain animal. Maybe I have a problem, but you know what else I have?
Yes! Boom! Let's go!
Put it up here, dog.
I knew it, dude. This little spot, I'm telling you.
An Arizona black rattlesnake.
Here we go, guys. This is the rattlesnake that I came here to see. That right there is the Arizona black rattlesnake. Now this is textbook Arizona black rattlesnake habitat. Really nice mesic cliffside right here. Lots of little oak trees and lots of really good burrows. It's very important for this species to have good burrows. Now he is awake, he is alert, and this is a medium size one. They do get bigger than this, but this would be classified as an adult black rattlesnake. Now they used to be classified as a subspecies of the prairie rattlesnake. And a crazy thing is they undergo a massive color change, an ontogenetic color change as they get older, where they gain more melanin in their skin and they get darker and they'll become pitch black sometimes. In fact, this one could be pitch black at this size, it just hasn't undergone that color change. And some of these snakes can even undergo a color change right in front of you. So some solid black ones will turn light as you handle them, and some of them, light like this, will turn solid black, and we'll have to see if he does that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this snake out to where we can get a better look at him because he is alert, he is awake, and he is ready to go hunting for the night. All right, this snake's about 6 inches from its burrow, so I have to be careful here. Gonna be very steady in getting this animal out. Nice little rattle. Hey, sweetie. Ooh, you're grumpy. He is prairie rattlesnake-like. No wonder they mixed him up. Yeah, see the way that he turns his body, that really motion? It is very prairie rattlesnake-like. But he's got a big head. Big, gray, striped head. A lot of people might think that this looks like a western diamondback. But there's a lot more similarities to a prairie. It's like a big mountain prairie rattlesnake. Wow, look at the face on this snake. Oh, you're gonna settle down for me? No. Not very inclined to rattle. Now, they're a very typical rattlesnake, all things considered. They're gonna be out here eating lots of little rodents, kangaroo rats, little ground squirrels. One of their main characteristics is their habitat usage. Really specialized habitat. They like sandy soils, little sandy rock ridges in mesic hardwood biomes here. But they also really love the montane pine forest. That's one of their favorite places to live up north of here. And they look very similar across their range, which is interesting because you get these massive gaps in their range of hundreds of miles of open desert where you just don't see these animals. And then all of a sudden, a mountain shows up, and so do these guys. Now he's very healthy, very fat, and he'd be preparing to come out for the night, catch kangaroo rats. Oh, you're settling down. You're settling down now. Now, Arizona black rattlesnakes have a very interesting range. They go way up into the Colorado Plateau, and up there they're living in very similar structures to this, but not so much the same habitat. They're living in more piney habitat. Ooh, you're rattling. Now, as far as venom goes, these guys are gonna be middle of the road venom. They're not an incredibly potent venomous snake, but let me tell you, if you get bit by this guy, you're in a whole heck of a lot of trouble. Not just because the venom's no good, but if you get bit by one of these guys, it probably means you're out in the middle of nowhere. That's not where you want to be whenever you get bit by a rattlesnake. Now they tend to have very long rattles, and I can see that this one's actually broken its rattle at some point in its life. Whoop, I'm sorry. Very well-behaved snake. It's not like the blacktail rattlesnake, which is very docile, it's very relaxed. It's not a relaxed snake, but he's very uninclined to strike. He postures up a lot, very much so like prairie rattlesnake. I can see why this snake was just called a strange prairie rattlesnake. It seems like a strange mountain prairie rattlesnake. What a gem, what a beauty. Crotalus cerberus, the Arizona black rattlesnake. Probably one of the only scientific names you're gonna hear me use, because cerberus, I think this guy's equal to a mythical creature in my book.
If I've learned anything today, it's that knowledge and expertise is cumulative. Just because we failed the first time doesn't mean that the time was wasted. This is flat out the coolest rattlesnake I've ever had the privilege of sharing with you all. And maybe, through all that time and effort I spent finding one, you'll gain an appreciation for these animals in the same way that I have, and have a desire to learn more about them and protect their natural spaces. Thank you for watching.